Taiwan's president is on a multi-day tour of the United States, and China isn't happy about it. The communist regime says they're closely watching what happens here as the Taiwanese president looks to thank allies in the West for their support. CBN News Capitol Hill correspondent Matt Galka has more on the trip. Matt?
Well, Caitlin, tensions with China have put new pressure on the U.S. visit from Taiwan's president. China is vowing to respond to any high-level meetings, while the U.S. is urging Beijing not to overreact. Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen arrived to fanfare from Taiwan independence supporters in New York City on Wednesday. The trip is meant as a thank you to supporters of the democratic island while it's facing growing threats from China over independence. She told guests that a united Taiwan is a safer Taiwan, and a safer Taiwan means a safer world. Taiwan's president is planning to meet with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy in California next week. McCarthy did not address the meeting directly at a news conference on Thursday, but did call out authoritarian regimes around the world.
Putin's authoritarian, President Xi is authoritarian. I'm very concerned where I see the world right now. It looks like 1936. We got China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran.
Pro-China protesters also greeted the Taiwanese president. China claims Taiwan as part of its own territory, with Beijing saying they're closely monitoring the visit and promising to, quote, fight back if the meeting with McCarthy happens. McCarthy had expressed interest in visiting Tsai in Taiwan. Other members of Congress have already visited the self-governing island this year. Meanwhile, the Biden administration is downplaying the significance of the trip, carefully calling it a transit visit.
It is Taiwan's decision to make these transits based on their own travel. Transits are not visits. They are private and they're unofficial. I would also remind everyone that this is not new. Every Taiwan president has transited the United States. President Tsai Ing-wen herself has transited the U.S. 6 times since taking office in 2016.
The administration is also trying to preempt any aggression from China, as they've stressed their diplomatic position hasn't changed.
The U.S. opposes any unilateral changes to the status quo by either side, and we do not support Taiwan independence, and we expect cross-strait differences to be resolved by peaceful means.
Of course, the lingering question is what kind of response may come from China. When former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the Taiwan mainland last year, China responded with aggressive military drills around the island.